Lightly grab the skin of your opposite forearm and slowly twist and rotate while you open up your hand. We're going to play with a fascia for the first minute or so. So I open up this wake up epic. So there's an idea, an old idea that if you want to, take a big step, then break it down into lots of small steps. I have found that to be very difficult. Keep going the other direction and switching. I found that very difficult over the years because it's very rational and it's just not the way I think. So you can do it sometimes when I'm with the right person to strategize and to think and break things down. But if I'm on my own, it's not the best thing for me. Change sides. So I want to talk about what has worked and what might work for you. So this is about what do you do when you don't know what to do? And you're not sure if it's a big step, a small step, what the step is. It's actually lots and lots of little steps. Like if we were to really break this movement down, there's one or two very simple things. You're rotating your forearm with against a grip to gently stretch fascia while extending through your hand and engaging the flexors of your hand and wrists and so it's like there's actually so many things going on if we were to try to track and name everything. But it's also simple. Grab your forearm and twist. So yesterday I sat down, non-negotiable time to work on my business. I sat down. So sit down with me. We take a breath, land. I wasn't sure where to start. I had a couple ideas. I'm sure you've got a really great way to list out ideas and projects and dreams and goals in your ideal day and your ideal self. And where do you start? Well, one of the things we want to find the through line, but sometimes that's too much. So you reach out with awareness, reach out, pay attention, and find something that's interesting that catches your attention. I'm interested in that. I'm curious about that. I need to know that. Now I'm naming these things, but these are felt senses first. Or you can ask yourself, what am I curious about? What am I interested in? And this will bring you out. This will bring you from focusing on yourself and your sensations and your experiences and your judgments and all that and into that catches my attention. I'm wondering about that. That's drawing my attention. What if I did that? From there can be some sort of an impulse, some sort you just do. You move your hand moves, you move the mouse, you grab the pen, you write the thing, you stand up. There's some sort of a creative impulse. So we're going to come back and up. So from the connection, from that's interesting, we rise up. And from there, we start to create a little bit of momentum. And that's exactly what happened. 2 hours flew by, and I did a ton of good integration work, wrote an email, sent that email, put the post out. Good work. Could last for a couple days. So we've got starting, landing, getting supported by the ground, by your seat, by your body, by structure, just like your life story supports you. And we can always be improving our sense of our story. And then reach out or allow yourself to be drawn out. Both are possible. One's a little more active, one's a more passive. From there, rise up. And from there, start to follow a path. And sometimes that path can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and sometimes that path can be 20 years. Let's do it again. Think about think about some project. Not the most overwhelming project, but something that you think you're going to be working on today. Got it? Now relax. In a way, we want to be in that already. Not it's something I'm going to get to later. So I'm in that already. It's just right now I'm doing this. This is my contribution to that. It's a great way to connect and feel progress and momentum. From there, explore hands, foot, head. Something's going to reach. Something's interesting outside of you. And then start to rise up and forward. And before you know it, you're reaching and doing. It's a great way To not start by figuring things out and start to develop your capacity to feel, to intuit, to do, and to then let it go. Now, so then I have a question for you, and that is, when did you learn, your body, your nervous system learn to stop yourself? You got a project, you got meaningful things. When did your system learn to stop yourself? It could be settling and paying attention wasn't okay. Any reason is good. Just notice it. It could be that allowing yourself to be drawn out by curiosity, interest, wonder, appreciation, beauty, something true, something bright wasn't okay or got punished in some way or criticized. Maybe not just once, but maybe many times, small times over the years. And it also could be that you did do these things, but it resulted in absence of validation, absence of affirmation, lack of your own self celebration. It could be, and it could be all these things. How do you think I'm naming them? And it could be that you didn't, somehow you lost trust in your impulse to do something. Nope, not going to do it again. Not going to try it again. And it could be that you never learned to continue the action day after day after day after day, to sustain, to endure, determination, conviction, consecration of something that's important to you. And whatever and all that that just brought up, come back to landing. Keep your head straight. Think of everything that you've just been feeling. And ask, out of all this stuff, out of this experience, what's the first time I can recall feeling this? Keep feeling, but now you've got an idea, a sense of age. And what was going around you then? What was going on around you? Keep your head still. Gently move your eyes down and to the left, up and to the right, in a diagonal down. Find a natural diagonal flow. If it's helpful, use your finger. Follow. Keep your head straight. Think about that time. Your body knows the memory. So you might have a clear picture, and it might just be a felt sense of familiarity. Change the diagonal. We're using your eyes to integrate. Keep thinking about, when did my body learn all that stuff in my unique way? And then side to side, keep feeling, keep letting the memory shift and change. Good. Now come back to resting, landing. So the pattern and the structure is something you've been doing to some level of completion, to some level of initiation for many, many years. We've touched on it, activated and looked at the problematic pattern, done a little bit of integration of where some of that got learned in your body and mind. Let's do the pattern again with a new story. Landing. Now I'll say a story. You can add your version of this. So repeat after me and also modify it in a way that feels right and true for you. Here I am with the things I care about. I can I can explore what to do next. I can notice what's important. I can take responsibility. I know what to do. I can experiment even when I don't know what to do. This seems like a good thing to do. Oh, doing it. I wonder where this will go. Huh, what am I learning? How could this be better? And then land. One more time. A little faster. Here I am with what's important. Oh, that's the next piece. Doing it. What if I put this together with that? What if I do this? What if I reach out to this person? Hmm, this is the next thing. And doing, oh, doing it and done. Hmm, what did I just learn? Would I do anything different next time? And rest. Now, the thing is, when we're in the process, we're not always narrating that much and that concretely and that logically. So, what we're doing in this practice, what you just did, was combined and looked at an old narrative and let it go by feeling it and actively integrating it, and then start to bring in a more conscious new narrative. That new narrative structures things, and from the rest of your life forward, from the definitely for today, you can be playing with and living in a different narrative, slightly different. And this is how we create a little bit of very, very important aligned change every day. A little bit of movement. Always check in and have the courage to check in with a pattern. Get your body safe with it. And then start to add in new potential structures. You can do this with your own words. You don't need anything else, and it's free forever. Then you can start to notice what you need to actually learn, read a new book, get a new map, talk to a new person or an old person about what's possible, what they know. And there you go. Have a great day. Let me know in the comments, what do you notice? What happens? How does it start to change things for you? And what questions do you have? What other potential problems, issues, possibilities do you want to explore, unpack, integrate, and refresh for yourself? Thanks for being you.